After doing all three methods, elimination method, substitution method and cross multiplication method, now we are going to discuss the problems of exercise 3.3. These are word problems and you have to find solution of the problems. So now it's up to you which method you use. You can use any of the method, whichever you like. So you see the question number 2. Solve 2x plus 3y equal to 11 and 2x minus 4y equal to minus 24, and hence find the value of m for which y equal to mx plus 3. So it means you have to solve these two equations first. Whatever the value comes, you have to substitute these values here, and after substituting the values you will get the value of m. So now I'm going to solve these exercise. 2x plus 3y equal to 11 and this is 2x minus 4y equal to minus 24. So I can see that elimination is the best method to solve these equations, because already the coefficient of x are same, so it can be eliminated very well. This is minus, this is plus, this is plus, so this got cancelled, so this becomes 7y and this becomes 35. So y will be equal to 35 by 7 and answer will be 5. So now I put mark this equation number 1, this is equation number 2. So put y equal to 5 in 1. So we get 2x plus 3 into 5 equal to 11. So this is 15. So this 2x, it will be 11 minus 15. So this is minus 4. So x will be minus 2. So my value of this has come. Now I have to find the value of m. So I put x equal to minus 2 and y equal to 5 in y equal to mx plus 3. So y is 5, m and x is minus 2 and this is 3. So I simplify this, so this becomes 5 minus 3 equal to minus 2m. So this is 2 and this becomes minus 2m. So m will be 2 upon minus 2. So m will be minus 1. So this is your value of m. You can highlight this value. This is your value of m. Now let's discuss question number 3. This is the first part. You have to form a pair of linear equations and solve them. So now I am just finding the equations and you will be solving it yourself. So you see how the equations can be formed. The difference between two numbers is 26 and one number is 3 times the other. So it means there are two numbers. So let two numbers be x and y, but also please remember that x must be greater than y. You have assumed this in the beginning. So according to the first question, you may write according to question. So according to question, the difference between two numbers is 26. So it means that x minus y equal to 26. Mark this equation number 1, and one number is 3 times the other. So it's obvious that bigger number will be 3 times of the smaller one. So x is equal to 3 times of y. So this is how we have made these two equations and you can solve them very easily. So for you, I can solve this also, or you can solve it yourself also. This is very easy. You can substitute and can solve it, but you should know how these equations have come. This is very important to remember, that this x is greater than y. Okay, now come to question number 5 of the same exercise. A fraction becomes 9 by 11 if 2 is added to both numerator and denominator. If 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, it becomes 5 by 6. Find the fraction. So you know that fraction means some numerator and some denominator. So we have to start the question with assuming that this is the numerator and this is the denominator. So let fraction be x upon y. So according to question, the first condition is that this fraction becomes 9 by 11 if you add 2 to both numerator and denominator. It means x plus 2 upon y plus 2, then this fraction will become 9 by 11. Now you do simplification, do the cross multiplication. So this is 11x plus 22 and this will become 9y plus 18. So it can be simplified, 11x minus 9y, and 22 will go this side, this becomes minus 4. So mark this equation as equation number 1. Now come to second condition. If 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, it becomes 5 by 6. So now according to question, you are going to add 3 in the numerator and 3 in the denominator. So your fraction is now becoming 5 by 6. Again, now you may do the cross multiplication. So this becomes 6x plus 18 and this becomes 5y plus 15. So you can simplify this, 6x minus 5y, and this you take this side, this becomes minus 3. So mark this equation number 2. Now you are going to decide then how you are going to solve these equations. So you will be solving and will be finding the solution. You know all three methods, so it's up to you which method you use. Now my target is that I should cover all variety of questions from this chapter. So maybe I'm not taking all the questions, but similar type of questions I'm leaving for you to solve, and all different question I'm solving. So this is again the question based on age. You see, 5 years hence the age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. So it means there are two persons in the picture. One is Jacob and one is his son. 5 years ago, Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son. What are their present ages? So it means whatever they are asking, you just assume that as x and y. So let Jacob and his son's age be x years and y years respectively. So you can assume this in one line. Now your first condition, so you write according to question, 5 years hence the age of Jacob, means they are talking about 5 years hence. So after 5 years, Jacob's age will become x plus 5 and his son's age will become y plus 5. Now we have to see that what is the condition is given so that they can become equal. That Jacob's age will be 3 times of his son's age. You always remember, some of the students, what they do, they multiply 3 here. But see, this is father's age. This is already, his father's age is more, and this y plus 5 is the age of son after 5 years. So this is already smaller. So if you multiply here by 3, this, if some of you might do this, if you multiply here, it means you are making bigger number again, more bigger. So how it can be equal? How can be they can be equal? So equal you can obtain when you multiply the smaller one by 3. So this is very big confusion that the student always has. So always better you assume, or you take some example that his father is, let's say, some years 40 and his son is, let's say, only 12 years. So this way you try and solve the problems. Otherwise you might end up with the wrong solution and you will not be getting the right one. So better you always exemplify, this is the age of son, this is the age of his son, something like this. Now I'm going to simplify this. So this can be simplified, x minus 3y, this 3y can be bring it here, this is 15 and this will, so this becomes 10. So mark this as equation number 1. Now come to second condition, that 5 years ago, 5 years ago, you know that father will be this, because present age is x. So 5 years back the age of Jacob will be x minus 5 and sons will be y minus 5. Now we'll see again in both the cases. In both the cases, this will remain bigger than this. This will remain bigger than this. Now whatever is to multiplied will be multiplied by this this smaller number. So Jacob's age was 7 times. Now this is 7 times. So this you have got. So now simplify this. X minus 7y, this will be minus 35, and you this go this side, this becomes 30. So this is your equation number 2. Now you can simplify. The best method to solve this is your elimination method. So try this yourself. Now we'll discuss exercise 3.4. See, so I am taking question number 2. First question we tried in our previous video. So this question number 2 is the sum of the digits of a 2-digit number is 9. Here basically you have to keep in mind that number, when you know 2 digits, the number is not like if I take the example, if unit digit, I say that unit digit is 3 and 10 digit is 4, then number is not written like 4 3. This is the wrong way. This number is not written this way. Number actually written as number 10 into 4. You will multiply the 10th digit by 4 plus 3, the unit digit. So this is the correct way of finding the number. So we have to keep in mind this way, and we are going to utilize this here. Now this is the sum of 2-digit number they are talking about. It means we have to assume let unit place digit is x and 10th digit is y. So number will be, remember this, the number will be 10 into y plus x. So this is your number. Now we discuss the condition. What the condition is given to us, accordingly will work. So condition is that the sum of the digit of a 2-digit number is 9. So digits sum means, according to condition, your sum of the digits means x plus y, this is equal to 9 given. This mark as equation number 1. And also 9 times this number is, means this number they are talking about is twice the number obtained by reversing the order of the digits. Reversing, when I say reversing, so new number after reversing, digits is, so reversing digits means the unit place will be you will replace unit place by y, and this place of 10th will be replaced by x. So new number will be 10x plus y. Now what the question is saying, 9 times this number means they are talking about the previous number, old number. This number 9 times this number is twice, means 9 10y plus x is equal to twice the number obtained by reversing the order of the digit. This is twice 10x plus y. So now we have got this relation. We will simplify this. This is 90y, this is 9x, this is 20x, and this is 2y. So now you can simplify. How you can simplify, this is up to you. So I'm making this, this becomes 88y, and this becomes minus 11x equal to 0. So you can see that 11 can be taken common. So if I take 11 common, this becomes 8y minus x equal to 0. This 11 will go down, so it becomes 8 minus x equal to 0 upon 11, that is equal to 0. And so this is 8y minus x, or you can say that x equal to 8y. So this is your equation number 2. Now you can see both the equations. This is very easy if you substitute. If you substitute x here, then your answer will be, this equation will become 8y plus y 9y equal to 9. So y will be 1. If y is 1, then x will be 8. So this is the number, the required number is 81. So required number will be, let me check, y was 1. So now the required number will be 18, 1, 8. So this way you can solve the equation yourself. Now we discuss question number this second, fourth part. And fourth part is that Meena went to a bank to withdraw rupees 2000. She asked the cashier to give her rupees 50 and rupees 100 notes only. So you can see that she can have only 50 rupees notes and 100 rupees notes. So better always you visualize something. If you do visualization, your problems will be easier for you to solve. If you don't visualize, then it will be very difficult to understand the problem. So for visualization, I have just make the pictures of the notes. Now Meena got 25 notes in all. It means whatever the notes are. Do you know how many notes are there of 50? So you don't know. So let this number of notes be x and number of notes of rupees 100 be y. So in total, so all 50 and 100 notes are 25 in numbers. Find how many notes rupees 50 and rupees 100 she received. So we assume let she received rupees 50 and rupees 100 notes. She received rupees 50 and 100 notes in numbers as x and y respectively. Or you can say that number of rupees 50 notes are x and number of rupees 100 notes be y. So according to the first condition, is that total notes, these x note of 50 and these y notes of 100 are 25. So first equation will be x plus y equal to 25. Now second is condition, you know that she can have total 2000 rupees. Now if I ask you that if you have two 50 rupees notes and two 100 rupees notes, then how much total you will have? Listen my question again. If you have two 50 rupees notes and two 100 rupees notes, so how much total you will have? So what you are going to do? You are going to multiply 2 by 50 and 2 into 100. So that becomes 100 and this becomes 200. So in total you will have 300 rupees. So apply this same concept here also, that total number of notes are x of 50. So total value of 50 rupees notes will be 50x and this 100 notes will be 100y. This is going to be 2000 rupees. Now this you can simplify furthermore. You can take 50 common. So 50 if you take common, this becomes x, this becomes 2y and this becomes, you can see that this is 50 into you can do this 50 into 2, this is 40. You can do now, you can do 50 into 40. So why I have converted into 50 into 40? So that you can cancel this number 50. So this becomes your x plus 2y equal to 40. Some of you might ask that why you have cut this 50. So it can be cancelled because this 50 will go down to this amount. So the same factor can be cancelled. So this way we have cancelled. Now this is your equation number 2. So you can see that very well. If you apply the elimination method, then it will be very easy to solve these equations. Now this is the last question of this exercise 3.4. The question is, a lending library has a fixed charge. We have done similar kind of question when we discussed that taxi charges. So there is a fixed charge for lending library books for the first 3 days and an additional charge for each day thereafter. And y is you have to assume that for some other variable charges as y. Sarita paid rupees 27 for a book kept for 7 days, while Susie paid rupees 21 for the book she kept for 5 days. So find the fixed charge and the charge for each day. So we'll assume let the fixed charge be for 3 days be rupees X and variable charge per day be rupees Y. So now you see the first condition. The first condition says Sarita pays 27 books for a book she kept for 7 days. So it means 7 may say you can subtract 3. So for 3 days you are paying X rupees, but rest of the 4 days you are paying Y rupees for 1 day. So it means that 4Y equal to this is equal to, and you have paid rupees 27. So mark this equation number 1. And in second condition where Sarita paid 21 for the book she kept for 5 days, it means 5 may say you can subtract 3. So for 3 days you are paying X and rest of the 2 days you are paying Y. So 2Y amount, and the total is now 21. So this is your equation number 2, and it can be solved very easily. We can subtract this way, and so this got cancelled. This is 2Y and this becomes, this is 6. So Y is now 3. So fixed charge is 3, and put in any equation, put Y equal to 3 in 1. So X will be 27 minus 4 into Y. Y is now 3. So this is 27 minus 12. 27 minus 12 will be now 15. So your 3 days charge is rupees 15. So finally you can write this statement. This I am also telling you how to write this statement. Therefore the fixed charge is rupees 15 and variable charge is rupees 3. So this has to be written at the last of every question.